And I've never not killed a turkey since I was 12 years old.
He likes talking a lot of smack, but he got it done or whatever. Then I asked him, I said, he said, I had a friend. I said, you call it up by yourself? He said, I had a friend call it up for me. I said, who's that friend? He said, well, I can't be telling you all that. Dude, I'm telling you, those are monsters. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe the next day after I had to go home, you killed that turkey.
I did kill him.
You said that with a little proudness in there. I did kill him. I sure did. You're listening to the Dirt School Podcast. I'm your host, Casey Johnson, and if you like hunting, fishing, country stories, and learning lessons from those who live their lives in rural America, you're going to love this podcast. Brought to you by Hunt Real Outdoors. Tonight, I got one of my really good friends, Fredrick Herrington, with me. Fredrick, I appreciate you coming, dude.
Yes, sir. Good to be here.
Yeah, we kind of in a different setting tonight. I normally do this at my house in my little studio room in the back office. But since we're doing this live and in person, I decided to come up to the church. And we've got all the people gone now. So it's just me and Fredrick. And we're here going to talk a little turkey hunting. Well, really, maybe a little bit of everything, but certainly turkey hunting. We actually tried to do this last year, but I didn't have these mic setups then, and we were doing it with a little bit of a different mic setup, and I didn't like it, so I told him we were going to have to redo it. So, hope I didn't bust your bubble too bad, but here we are.
Let's get at it.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so before we kind of get going too far into the turkey stories, just kind of tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Fredrick Herrington, born and raised in Bonita, Louisiana, right up the road. Grew up on a farm and been hunting since I was big enough to tote a gun.
Yeah,
Grew up hunting, fishing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know for a fact because Fredrick and I have deer hunted for numerous years together, but I think I can say this with 100% certainty. I know you like deer hunting, but you're crazy about turkey hunting.
Yeah. I had to give it all up. Turkeys wouldn't be give up.
Yeah, I heard that. So let me say this to y'all before we go any further with this too. Fredrick killed a turkey the other day, and this sucker sent me a picture, and the hooks on that thing were ridiculous. And so I told him tonight, I said, when you come, I want you to bring the hooks on that. So he brought these bad boys, and I want y'all to just take a look. I don't know if you can really see that. I don't know, we're kind of far away, but dude, I'm telling you, those are monsters. How long were they?
Inch and 3/4.
1 3/4 inch
Yeah.
spurs.
That's what they'll do to you right there.
Oh, I heard that brother's knuckles all busted up.
It got me.
You just picking it up, it just
Yeah,
spurring
so
you?
it spurred me. Yeah, it got me.
Mine the other day when I killed that one, he tried to spur me in the legs, but
I don't know if it was a spur of the toenail, but whatever it was, it
it
got me.
got you good. I mean, you got two big scratches right there on you. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Battle scars.
Well, that's a good one. Ain't no doubt. Mine wasn't about like that. They was about a little, just a hair over an inch.
That's the biggest one I've ever killed, spur
Yeah,
wise.
yeah, that's a monster. Ain't no doubt about it. Can you imagine getting poked in the eye with that?
No, it wouldn't feel good.
No, it wouldn't. Not at
No.
all. So tell me this, Fredrick, because I know a lot of people that'll be watching this that's from around here will know you and know about you turkey hunting. But y'all, Fredrick is an absolute turkey killer. And so what tell me about the first hunt where you killed a turkey, and did you know then it's over? I'm hooked on
Well, I
this.
knew it was before then because
Yeah.
I shot at probably 30 before I ever killed one. Because I'd shoot at them 75 yards.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the first turkey
That's when you was a kid.
I was 10, 11
Yeah,
years
yeah,
old.
yeah.
Yeah. So my brother was in college, and we went to Mississippi one afternoon,
Mhm.
and we got out in time, and he picked me up from school, and we boogied over there, and we just going to do an evening hunt to try to roost one, and we sit down on a little ridge, and he called a little bit, and did no gobbles, and about that time, one just to ease around was coming up the ridge to roost, and I had to shoot him left-handed. First
God.
turkey ever killed, I shot left-handed. He was about 25 step.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Was it a good one?
he was 2 year old, had
Yeah.
an 8.5 inch beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He good enough.
He was good enough at that time.
Yeah. And you were how old?
12.
12.
Uh,
And from that point on, it was just,
it's been, I've never not killed a turkey since I was 12 years old.
wow, every year kill
Every
one.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
No less than two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golly.
For, I don't know how long that's been, 43 years.
Well, I mean, I know that's got to be true because I mean, going in your little trophy room at your house, you got all them Spurs lined up on that little rope around it. So I mean, it's quite a number of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, I got quite a few.
Yeah. So was your first turkey your favorite hunt, or do you have a favorite hunt out of all those years of killing turkey?
Well, my favorite hunt is, I actually was not the one that did the killing. It was
Right.
my daddy,
Yeah, I got you.
because
Got you.
he was sick,
Yeah.
and I mean he had gallbladder problems, and I mean I basically had to tote him. I
Yeah.
mean he this ain't been but 5 years ago. He was about 79, 80 years old,
Mhm.
and we were just up the road here in a club, and it was five big gobblers, and they come in gobbling. I bet they gobbled 300 or 400 times,
Golly.
but they were on the other side of a little creek, and they would not get close enough. And so the only way I could get him to get across the creek, I basically had to tote him because he was so weak.
Yeah.
And so once we got across the creek and set up, and I called, within 10 minutes he killed one.
God.
But that was then, so that was my most. I mean, it just was one of the
Sure.
best
Yeah.
hunts
Yeah.
of them ever. But I mean, all of them are good to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
bet I've called up probably at least 100 turkeys for other people
Right. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
in my life. Yeah,
Well, you just called one up for Logan the other day here
I
from our
did. I
church. Called
did.
one up.
Sure
Sucker
did.
Sucker
His first
sent me a pic.
turkey.
Yeah, he sent
Yeah.
me a picture. He sent me a picture. There's another guy that goes to church with us, Logan Birch, and he sent me a picture talking about got it done or something like that. And he likes talking a lot of smack, but he
Yeah.
got it done, whatever. Then I asked him. I said, he said, I had a friend. I said, you call it up by yourself? He said, I had a friend call it up for me. I said, who's that friend? He said, well, I can't be telling you all that. And then a little later on, he said it was Fredrick. But I know multiple people that you called up turkeys for me. Matter of fact, that last podcast I did,
Yeah.
I told a couple stories
Yeah.
where me and you were hunting together, and yeah, I'll never forget that. Good grief, I'll never forget that hunt.
We wade in water waist deep.
Sure did. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
yeah. It's just something about the turkey. And I told a guy this the other day that I mean I absolutely love deer hunting, and I love turkey hunting, and I'm not a good turkey hunter. I'm still just a novice turkey hunter, learning to call. I don't call good, and I really honestly haven't worked a ton on the calling. I just kind of go, well, I can yelp, so I
That's all that
yelp one
matters
in,
most of the
you know,
time.
you know. But I told a guy the other day, I said I really don't know if I could handle elk hunting. I think I'd die of a heart attack elk hunting
Yeah.
because it's a cross between deer and turkey
Yeah.
per se.
True. Yeah.
But it's just something about the vocalization of a turkey
Yes.
that does it to me,
Yeah.
son.
And they just come in. They just a beautiful bird.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
people look at them like but that's one beautiful bird.
yeah, yeah,
Especially when the sun hits him just right.
yeah. I saw where somebody the other day in Arkansas posted where their pet turkey, they had a name for him. I don't. It was Ralph or something. I don't know. But Ralph got out
Uh-oh.
chasing a wild hen,
Ralph didn't
and
make it.
and they was like, "Oh, that's a bad time for Ralph to be getting out." And then I looked and I said I wanted to comment, but I didn't because I didn't want them to think I was being a smarty pants. But it looked to me like it was a Rio
Yeah.
turkey.
Yeah.
I mean, the feathers on the end were yellow and stuff,
Blonde. Yeah.
blonde. And I
Mhm.
was like, if you hear anybody in your area talking about killing a Rio in Arkansas, they kill Ralph, okay? Because there ain't
That's
none of
right.
them around
You
here.
know, I had never seen one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's fun stuff. So I'm going to ask you this because I wanted to get your opinion. Because I sent you the video the other day, and I asked you to kind of take a look at it. But I want to ask you about the um, podcast I did the other day on the doggone it. Let me find it. Sorry about that. The podcast I did on the turkey hunting mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to kind of walk through these mistakes a little bit, and then I want you to just kind of give me your thoughts on some of these mistakes, or maybe some others that you know of, or whatever.
Yeah.
But the one thing I said was, impatience is something that keeps people from killing turkeys. They get impatient, and then calling woes, like not knowing. Matter of fact, I told a story about somebody asking me what kind of call I was making. That was you. I told you I was going toot toot, and you
Yeah.
said, "Nah, that's a wrong call. You scared that turkey." So calling woes, not over calling
Yeah.
and out of place calling. And then another one was assuming that silence is failure when they stop gobbling, that they must be leaving. That gets people sometimes. And then leaving too early, and not hunting a midday bird who might be looking for a hen. So those are some things I think that keep people from killing turkeys. What do you think about that? And
I'm
do you
guilty.
think there's some others?
I'm guilty of every one of them.
Yeah,
But impatience is my biggest
yeah,
because I'm a running gunner.
yeah,
I don't like sitting there. I know people that wear bark off a tree, and
yeah,
I can't do it.
yeah,
I mean, that's why I hate even toting a stool with me because
yeah,
I don't want to fool with it.
yeah, yeah.
I don't fool with decoys. That's just my personal problem. I don't never because I can't just sit down and
Right.
deer hunt a turkey.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
I don't like it either.
And whenever they quit gobbling, most of the time I'm at the camp eating breakfast.
Yeah.
But I just I love the gobble and the off the roost type.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've killed a lot of them all throughout the day,
Yeah. Yeah.
but most of them are early morning. But I'm very impatient.
Well, you have them old timers, man. I've heard them old timers talking about if you hear one on the roost and he gobbles, and you let out a few yelps that morning, and if he comes down and if he comes in, then great. But if he goes off with some hens, they talk about just sitting there for 4 or 5 hours waiting on him to come back. They'll say, "Well, he heard you, he knows you there. He'll come back when he's off of those hens." But I don't have the patience for that.
I ain't going to.
No, I'd be like trying to go around that
I'll
joke.
never kill one of Estify because I'll be gone.
Yeah,
I can't take it.
yeah,
I just like the excitement, and I mean, if it's just sitting there waiting on one,
right,
it ain't the same to me.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I just like the coming in, strutting, gobbling,
yeah,
but I mean, I've killed them all ways, but
yeah, yeah,
it's just nothing like that.
yeah. Well, how many states have you hunted, and which state is your favorite?
Well, I grew up hunting in Mississippi.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we public ground for. I've been over there since 1976.
Mhm.
So ever how long that's been is where I started. But I've been Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas. And far as my favorite, I mean, it's Mississippi is. I mean, it's tough
Yeah,
because it's public ground,
sure.
but that's just where I was born and raised.
Is that why it's your favorite? Because
It is.
it's
It
just where
is.
you
I
were
mean, I
raised.
just know the woods like the back of my hand, and I mean, it just makes it a lot easier.
There's some daggum hills over
Them
there too.
hills, yeah, they getting
Yeah,
harder and harder.
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you start getting in them 5-0s, son. Them
Yeah,
hills start to get a little tough.
yeah. Them first couple of times you have to stop before you get to the truck,
Yeah, yeah,
but then after a few days you can get to going. It
yeah,
ain't bad.
yeah. Yeah, you took me in there to a spot a couple years ago trying to let me kill one of your turkeys, and we had that sucker all over us morning and evening, 2 mornings and an evening, and never did see him, never did get to kill him, but he was right there. I mean,
Yeah,
we could hear him easily. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe the next day after I had to go home, you killed that turkey.
I did kill him. Yeah,
You said that with a little proudness in there. I did kill him. I sure did.
I did.
But now you've got that spot,
I
and obviously it is an undisclosed spot. We
yeah.
don't tell nobody. I don't even know how to get there, to be honest with you, because I don't pay attention whenever somebody else is driving. But that little spot holds some turkeys every year.
And it does, and it's secluded. And if you get there first, unless there's people that don't care about
Somebody being
barking
there
or
first.
on you, if you get there first, I've never had any trouble. It's pretty much to myself
Yeah,
because the way it's laid out,
yeah,
and I know which way they go most of the time.
yeah.
But I mean, like this year, I got over there, and the turkey, I roosted him that evening, and I said, well, I mean, most time we roost him and eat. Oh, I'm gonna kill him in the morning.
Right. Yeah,
So you get confident.
yeah. He done. He
Yeah,
cooked in the
yeah.
morning.
So I sat down. When I sat down, I had about a half empty water bottle. And when I sit down, that thing, you know how that plastic is.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't scare him. He gobbled, but the hens flew down 25 steps. He flew on the ridge on the other side.
Oh no.
They just, them turkeys over there are just so, wow. I
Yeah,
mean, it's just
yeah,
because
yeah,
they hear everything under the sun.
yeah, yeah.
But that's just what I've noticed out of turkey hunting in public or anywhere really. Even though you get in there and get set down, he keeps gobbling. If you break a stick, if you make a noise that they don't, that's sort of different.
Right. Yeah,
He may still gobble,
yeah,
but I've noticed over the years that most of the time, if they realize something ain't a little right over there, they gonna pitch the other way.
mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna kill him
Yeah,
later, but off the roost,
right.
I've watched them too many times. He's in there and you think, well, I sit there, oh, he gobbled, oh, I got this.
Yeah,
Not necessarily. If he
yeah,
heard you or something different,
yeah.
I've watched them. They'll just pitch out the
They
other way.
smart,
They're
man.
smart.
Brain the size of a pea. And them suckers is that smart. But
Yep.
then there's other times they come running there
Yep.
like they want to run into the gun barrel and get shot.
Well, I mean, turkeys go through a deer just like deer. I
Yeah,
mean, that's just whenever they get lonely or ready. I mean, they
yeah,
work different.
right.
But if you got hens with them, they different, and they fool with scared. They're different. I mean, they're all different stages of
Yeah,
how they
yeah,
respond.
yeah, yeah. I saw I read a lot of articles about obviously turkey hunting, deer hunting, different stuff like that. But but it seems to me, and you can tell me what you think about this, whether it's deer or turkey, like I've read articles and I know personally, deer are harder to kill in the South, in the Southeast. Okay, well then I've read articles where they're talking about the hardest gobblers to kill is the eastern wild turkey in the South.
Mhm.
Why do you think it is that here in the South where we live, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, it's so dadgum hard to kill
Well,
animals?
so many people hunt down here. I mean,
Yeah,
per capita, I guarantee it's more people in the South hunt than anywhere in the United
yeah,
States. And I mean, they get educated quick.
yeah,
I mean, it's yeah, well, especially public ground. I mean, a lot of people just can't afford to get in a club or anywhere, and
yeah.
they're gonna bombard the public.
Right.
And they just educated birds and
Yeah,
deer same way.
yeah.
I mean, they go nocturnal.
They got college degrees, don't they?
Yeah, very well.
PhDs. Yeah,
But I've noticed over the years, I mean, you hunt public, then you go to somewhere like somebody invites you to a private place or whatever. Man, it's like taking candy from a baby.
yeah,
This ain't fair
yeah.
because they ain't been like
Ain't been
seeing or
messed
heard
with. Yeah,
everything under the sun.
yeah,
I mean, it's just different.
yeah. I had a buddy of mine. He came down. He's from the Midwest, and he came down and hunted in the Southeast, and he talked about one of the things that was really different from the Midwest and like the Southeast is like the hunting culture. Like down in the Southeast, it's more of like a family oriented, camp oriented kind of
Yeah,
atmosphere, whereas in the Midwest, it's more like a just individuals
individual
that
farms.
hunt
Yeah,
or you
yeah,
know, it's different.
that's right.
It's like a way of life
That's
down
right.
here
That's right.
as opposed to just something extra we do.
I agree.
And that's with hunting, fishing, anything. And I'm not saying that there's not people that live that way in the Midwest. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He was a Midwesterner. He said he just noticed that it
yeah.
was more of a way of life down here
Oh, it
than it
is.
was where he lives.
It is.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt.
Which means you got a whole lot more competition.
Competition.
But it also means you have a whole lot of celebration.
Oh yeah.
You know, and which I just got in a hunting club this last year for the first time in a long time, other than being in the Kansas
Yeah.
camp. But with my grandkids
Yeah.
and you know my kids going to hunt, and it just
That's right.
and it was like this year it was different to the degree that I got back to the camp. You're checking with everybody, like,
Yeah.
what's the deer doing where you are? I mean, it's, you know,
It's nothing like camp.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I just assumed the camp is they had hunt sometimes,
that's right.
especially deer hunting. Now turkey
Yeah,
hunting a little different, but
yeah,
deer I just assumed sleep.
yeah. Well, you know, I will tell you, you know, I disagree with you on that. I mean, we go to the camp at Kansas and I'll be ready to go hunt, and you and Jason be wanting to sleep all the time. But
That's right.
I would assume, ladies and gentlemen, that Frederick's mind would have changed after this year, considering he killed the biggest deer of his life
I
in
did do
Kansas
that.
this past year.
Still gonna sleep some though.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Tell us about how that hunt went. It was just me and you
Yeah.
at the camp this time. And yeah, Matt wasn't with us, was he? No, it was just me
No.
and you were the only ones that got drawn.
Yeah.
and we was having
It
it was
was
a
rough.
rough go at it. We
No,
weren't
no
seeing the
deer.
deer.
The deer died off.
Yeah, we just weren't seeing deer like we
Yeah,
normally do.
yeah. The deer died off in that little area right
Yeah,
there. You go down the road 10 miles and there's deer everywhere
yeah,
now.
yeah,
And but that little area right there just took a hit
yeah,
somehow or another.
yeah,
And just that morning we were sitting there, and I mean that was like we got there on Monday.
yeah,
This was Friday.
yeah.
I mean we ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, we were going to stay to like Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Yeah,
yeah. And then that Friday morning, I mean we were texting back and forth, and like, man, this just deer ain't here. And we mully grubbing and
yeah,
pouting and whatever we gonna do.
yeah. I know I was.
Yeah, then I put my phone down and I looked up, and he walked up there about 18 steps.
Yeah. And we had no camera pictures of that deer
No,
except for that morning at like three, what was it, 3:30 he come
that's
through,
right.
and then he come back through when you.
I think
Yeah,
I rattled, and about 30 minutes later is when he walked up. Now,
yeah,
I don't whether it was that or not. I don't know.
right.
But yeah, he was one of the biggest deer I've ever killed.
173.
173 on the nose,
Son, let me tell you something.
16 scoreable point.
We if you watch any of the videos on my YouTube channel, then you probably heard me say this, but I was sitting there texting you and my son Hunter, and I was mully grubbing about how we ain't seeing no deer. The deer just ain't here. I mean, I ain't seen a deer, and I hadn't seen a deer all morning that morning.
Yeah,
And I was just a mully grubbing. Me and you was texting back
yeah,
and forth, and I was in the middle of texting Hunter, and Fredrick texted me and said, Rev, I just killed the biggest deer of my life. And 5 minutes before,
yeah,
we was just a mully grubbing.
yeah,
And you said, I just killed the biggest deer in my life. And I was like, because I wanted to at least get the recovery on camera. So I was like, don't go get it. Don't go get it. Come get me. And then he was like, you hunt a little while longer. I'm not going to go get it though. I promise. And, uh, and so I said, okay, I'm going to hunt till 9. And I didn't make it, I don't think.
no,
I was like 15 minutes
yeah,
later, I said, just come get me, just come get me.
yeah.
And I climbed down and was waiting for you, and you come driving around. That smile's bigger than the front of that truck. And we went and walked up on that dude, and son, I've made the statement plenty of times before. That's a 170-inch deer, looking at him off the road.
Yeah,
But when you walk up on one, you're like, whoa,
yeah.
that's a big
It's
deer
big.
right
It's
there.
big.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it is.
yeah. How many points was it exactly? I can't.
16.
16 points.
We mainframe 12 with
Yeah,
4 kickers. Yeah,
yeah. Hmm. I guess one lesson you can learn from that is, and not that people don't already know this, but I guess when it's in the rut, you, especially a place like Kansas, you never know
you
when
never know.
something's going to come through there that you
That's
haven't
right.
seen.
You never know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I had a buddy of mine a few years back. He was griping about how they have no more deer on their place to shoot. You know, they had
yeah,
already shot the 2 mature deer that they wanted to shoot, and he's like, I don't even feel like going hunting. And then like 2 days later, he texts me a picture of a big old 10 point. And he's like, we ain't even got no pictures of this deer.
yeah.
And it's just the power of the rut.
That's it.
They're just traveling,
Yeah,
looking for hot does.
yeah.
And that deer may have been living a mile down the road,
That's
and
right.
he just cruised through you one time
That's right.
smelling.
See?
So I don't know. It's good stuff. Um, you told me when we talked about doing the podcast, because I told Frederick, I said, if you got anything super cool other than big old stinking turkey spurs, if you got anything super cool, bring that. And he told me about a call that his grandfather has or had that was a rock and a nail. A turkey call
Square nail.
that's a rock and a square nail.
Drove through a piece of cedar.
And you brought it. So let's
Uh,
take a look at it.
Actually, it's two of them. These are over 100 years old.
Over 100 years old.
Yeah. I found it. My daddy had them.
That is crazy.
Nothing but just a rock, and that's a square nail through there. And
And a
I
piece of sandstone.
well, no, my daddy got a wet rock today and
Okay.
did that. I ain't never fooled with it.
Yeah.
But he told me how to work it, but it ain't easy.
Yeah.
He
And
said,
he chalked it up. That's chalk?
no, that's a wet rock.
Oh, he just scratched it.
A real
Oh,
wet
okay.
rock. Yeah, to
Huh.
get a little. And somehow you
Okay.
got to put your finger on that nail to
Okay.
hold pressure on it.
What? No way.
I don't know how to do it,
Dude, let me see that. I want
but
to try that.
but it's something you got to. He said put the pressure on that finger right there,
Yeah.
so you got to put a lot of pressure on it. But
That's crazy.
to where it won't
Just in case
where it won't vibrate,
it's just a,
square
I
nail,
don't know if y'all
and that's
can
a
see
cedar.
that, but
That's a cedar limb. He saw it at my great granddaddy's house.
let me master this thing.
It's hard. But he said my daddy told me today that his uncle, which would be my
That's
great uncle,
crazy. Yeah.
my great uncle was a master at that thing.
Dude, I mean, this right here, this is
That,
wow.
that's how they used to kill them back 100 years ago.
Yeah,
20
it's an
something.
art to
Yeah,
it,
it
son.
was. You got to put a lot of pressure on it and do work. Put that nail on that thumb where it won't vibrate. Is what he told me. It sounds about like your mouth.
Yeah, that's about like my mouth call. Yeah, that's right.
You would think it'd be easy, but it ain't.
Dude, I mean, that is just wild to me. I mean,
It's crazy.
let me tell you what I think about when I think about that, other than, some dude making this. I think about like Indians, man. I
Yeah.
mean, like, what if an Indian, like back then, I don't know how they called turkeys, but what if they took a piece of rock like this and then took a deer antler or something and
Right.
just,
Yeah.
that's just interesting.
And he said he had my daddy's a cousin of, well, be mine too, but he said he's hunted. He went and got a blade of grass. He said he killed 77 turkeys one spring with a blade of grass.
Put it in his mouth
Just,
sideways?
just to get it in there and pinch it up and
What?
yeah, with it back in the 30s, I think he said. I guess I
Golly.
can tell it now since he ain't
Yeah.
gonna.
Statute of
I
limitations is out on all
ain't gonna bother him.
that. That's pretty slick right there, dude.
But he said the only thing you do is like cluck and purr and yelp. I mean
Yeah.
that stops all that aggressive calling.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. You can't do all of that stuff you be
No,
doing.
you ain't gonna do no cutting and stuff.
I'm pretty good.
It'll purr good if you, but that yapping's a little touchy.
Pretty slick, man.
Yeah, for a
I'll be
hundred years old.
100 years old.
Yeah,
Ain't that something, man? That's pretty cool.
yes, sir. I thought about when you asked me. I was like, I got the perfect if I can find it.
I mean, where was it at? Where'd you find it
And
at?
my daddy's gun cabinet in
Yeah.
the drawer.
Wonder what made him come up with something like that.
I have no idea. But he said it's a cedar limb, and you just split it,
Yeah.
then drive that nail through it.
I'll be dog.
Yeah,
That's a classic case of making do with what you got
what you
and
got?
being innovative.
A nail and a rock and a
And
little piece
yeah,
of wood.
yeah. But I mean, that's how, man. I think about I think a lot about old times and old days, and think about all the people that like built America and built all the things that we love, and think about, I did a documentary on traditional archery a few years ago, which I love to do, and you think about like uh I can't remember his first name now, but Allen was his last name, and he got tired of missing deer with a recurve and a longbow,
Yeah,
and so he just up and decided to take some pulleys and some
yeah.
string and wood and stuff, and he made a compound.
Compound, yeah.
And you think about stuff like that of people being innovative. And then I had another buddy, he showed me a climbing stand that his grandfather made like 50, 60 years ago out of wood. Like the whole thing's out of hickory.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, Lord, have mercy. But the innovation
Yeah.
of people to invent that kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
then it leads to other stuff that's more
Yeah.
modern to what we have right now. But that'll get it done. A brother will practice
I
with
tell you
that.
what, I'm just fixing to say that I'm fixing to learn how to use it. I will kill a turkey with
If
that.
you kill a turkey with that, I'd love to film that if you do.
That is my goal is to kill one because it's been in that drawer for,
Yeah,
I remember it when I was a kid. I used to play with it,
yeah,
but man, I never could make it. I was like, man, there's terrible.
yeah, yeah,
But just like everything else, you got to practice.
yeah.
But I will. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna master it, but
Right.
I'm gonna kill a turkey with that.
I believe you will. I
I'm
guarantee
gonna
you.
try it.
I know you well enough. I think you will.
Sure, gonna try it.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned a little bit earlier. I guess we'll talk about this a little bit. You mentioned earlier that you are a chemical salesman and all that kind of stuff. Do you think like some places talk about less turkey populations and stuff like that? Do you think like chemicals and stuff has something to do with that?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I
You
just
think it's just predators and
like Mother Nature and
yeah,
predators.
yeah,
I mean, Mother Nature. I mean,
yeah,
that's the main problem.
yeah,
And I think fire ants does a lot to them,
yeah.
and I do. Uh,
Like the eggs or
and
something?
well, when
Yeah.
they hatch,
Yeah.
but predator, just Mother Nature in
Yeah.
itself. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my belief.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you had to hunt like the perfect place, the perfect way, what would it be?
The perfect place would be in Kansas.
Okay.
And
Like what is it about Kansas that would make that the perfect play?
well, one reason I like Kansas because it's flat.
Okay. Yeah. You don't have to walk up in hills.
Mountains,
Yeah.
hills, and stuff.
Yeah.
And turkeys they gobble early and often up there.
Yeah.
And I do just like hearing them gobble.
Yeah.
And that's just and they work. I mean, you can maneuver on turkeys up there pretty good. And
Hmm.
but yeah, as far as going on a hunt, Kansas would
Yeah.
be yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got enough little hills there
That's right.
in Kansas. It's
That's right.
pretty flat, but it's a little bit of a swells here and
You
there,
can maneuver on
maneuver on
it.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Mississippi over there, it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean,
And them
it's
canyons over there.
the older you get, the more you learn how
Yeah.
to go. It may take you a few more steps,
Yeah.
but it's worth it because you climb
Yeah.
the hill.
I would suppose that that would be one of the things that an inexperienced hunter or a person who hasn't hunted in hills would probably mess up on
Yes,
of like hearing a gobbler on that other ridge and just go straight down and up and he saw you instead of going way around.
because you could be over at the next little hill and you think he's a long ways and
Yeah.
he ain't.
Yeah,
He's
right.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
but you learn. I mean, yeah, it don't take long to figure it out.
Yeah. If you had to give everybody like one or two tips of killing turkeys, what would it be?
My is to get as close as you can, and my deal is I don't like in public ground especially. I don't like calling to them in a tree.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if I do, it's maybe a cluck.
Yeah.
But now, our first day or two, I mean, you can do a little soft yip in the
Right.
tree, but that bugger's either going to sit up there and wait on you
Yeah.
or he's flying the other way.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's done heard it or seen it.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's one thing I like for them to get on the ground before I call.
Now, do you want them to be on the ground so they can't see good? Is that
Well,
what it is?
but over there, they get called to here so much that they're going to wait on that hen to come out of that tree
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll fly down. I mean, I've caught them and they lit as soon as they hit the ground and kill them.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just when you call too much, talk to him in a tree, a lot of time he gonna sit up there and just wait on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just a waiting game. And most time when he flies down, he gonna sail out the other way.
Yeah.
Then he gonna get on the ground. He gonna go to gobbling, and you gonna try to turn him around. He ain't turning
He
around
ain't coming. Yeah. Yeah.
because I mean he's just waiting on that hen to come to him.
Yeah.
But that's what I've learned more like public ground is.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't call in a tree
Yeah. Yeah.
after the first day or so.
Yeah.
But
I heard somebody else the other day on one of the YouTube channels or something, a real good turkey hunter. He was talking about that. He
yeah,
was like, I don't call them when they're in the
I
tree.
don't.
Yeah.
I mean that,
Yeah.
and I don't call. And over there, you can't, like a turkey, they live with each other 365 days a year.
Yeah.
Then you come in there acting like a crazy person on a collar.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I ain't never heard nothing like that in here.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
they know. I
Something
mean,
weird about
oh
that.
yeah, that thing over there, she's crazy. I ain't going over there.
Yeah.
So you can't uh, over there cutting and all that. It don't really work.
So it's pretty much just a yelp and like a,
Easy as you can be
yeah.
most of the time on that is what I've
Yeah.
experienced. I mean, you cut to them and get them to find one,
Right.
or
Right.
whatever. But
Yeah.
once you get to working one,
Yeah.
that all that racket, they don't go for that.
Just be simple.
Just be simple
Yeah.
and be patient.
Yeah. 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 That makes me think about old Phil Robertson, with that duck calling. And I had him come to my church when I was a youth minister at Woodlawn Baptist Church years ago. This was before they were super famous. He was famous, but for his duck calls,
That's
but
right.
not Duck Dynasty and all that. So he came, and I remember we were in the gym, and he starts going, some guys in these call competitions, they'll do like this, and he just and he like 15, 16 notes. He said, "Sound good, boy." He said, "The problem is I ain't never heard no duck do that."
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I mean, them turkeys, they live with each other. They know what's going on in them woods. I mean, you get in there and do something different, they pick up on it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not as dumb as people
Sure
look like they would think they are.
Yeah. We got any hunts left for the year? You got anywhere else you're going, or you?
My daughter to Kansas.
Okay.
We're leaving next Friday.
Okay.
And going up there to get her one. And,
yeah.
So going back up there, and we went up there on a youth hunt. Me and my brother carried my little great nephew.
Yeah.
And he's killed. I mean, he killed a turkey earlier, and then not up there, but so we went up there and carried him up there. And you was talking about a while ago on one of your the problems, calling too much, too loud.
Yeah.
Well, see, we got in there and set up, and one turkey was like right over our head when we sat down. Jake, there was 5 jakes, one big gobbler, and 3 or 4 hens right here. Then there was another big gobbler down about 150 yards. So they flew down about 25 steps, but I mean, he's 7. So we got his gun on a tripod.
Right.
And, he can't, they were a little bit, but it wasn't 25 steps, but he couldn't get his gun to swivel around anymore.
Right.
And so what happened, they come out by him, but the big gobbler was chasing the jakes, and they just blew out by us.
God.
And he was patient. I mean, they went on down, got with the other gobbler, and they went to fight, and they fought and fought and fought. Then after they got through fighting, I mean, we were sitting there, was like, man, we got to do something. So, but they're up there about 15 steps from me, and
right.
I'm sort of back. I'm filming, and so I'm sitting there, and I was like, the hen started yapping, so I started answering her. Then she got a little aggressive. I sat there and like blew the reed off of that thing. Then I got my slate out and my reed, and I mean, and we got into a battle with that hen. She pulled them 2 gobblers the 2 big ones right back in there.
Man.
But I was out of air, but I mean, it was constant. But I had to get aggressive with her to make her mad enough to come check it out. Yeah. So the hens come up through there and drug them 2 right up through there, got up for about 15 steps. He missed.
Oh, man.
But this is the problem that people need to really focus on.
Right.
When you got a kid, I mean, you're expecting, man, it's our fault.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't his fault.
Right.
A new gun.
Yeah.
A new sight.
Yeah.
And it was the sight was on the end of the barrel. I don't even know if it was blocking the turret. We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But our mind went, I mean, he's gonna kill a turkey. I mean, he's killed one before. He's killed deer.
Yeah, he knows how to shoot.
He knows how to shoot. So I mean, he didn't know the gun.
Yeah.
And we never shot it before then.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna get a kid, get them used to that gun.
Yeah.
I mean, let them get comfortable with it, shoot with it, pattern it. But I mean, I know life's busy. That's what happened there. I mean, he's baseball, football, soccer, and and he just don't have time to shoot like we
Hmm.
did growing up as kids. But we were sitting there. I mean, this dead turkey. He
Right.
missed,
Yeah.
but I mean, we was like, what happened? What happened? I mean, it's our fault
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
not having him more prepared
Yeah.
for that situation.
Sure.
And so,
Yeah, that's definitely a good nugget of information for
yes,
people because you just assume
smooth.
since they've killed stuff before, they've
That's right.
shot guns before, that they just be used to it, know it.
That's
But
right.
if it's a different
That's right.
gun, then
Everything's different.
everything's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, that big old sight on the end of it. I mean, it was just, I mean, we knew it after it was over with. It was our fault. I mean,
Right.
it wasn't his. I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't upset about it. I mean, but he it was just normally he would have been a dead turkey at
Right.
15 steps.
Yeah.
But we all got educated then,
That's right.
and so we learned something, and now we
They took you to the dirt school.
took it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, you speaking of kids, we'll kind of wrap up everything with this, but I wanted to mention this. Um, you are pretty active very active in our ministry that we have here at our church. And for those of you who don't know, we have a we have a ministry to where we take kids with terminal illnesses, life-threatening illnesses on hunts of a lifetime. And Fredrick is on that committee with a few other guys that kind of make all that happen. So, what? Tell me just a little bit about, because we've taken probably 12 or 13 kids,
Yeah,
14
at
kids
least. Yeah,
now, and maybe more.
more, I
And
think. Yeah.
tell me kind of a little bit about what that ministry means to you, and just give me your heart on that thing. I
Well,
mean, that's
just a kid in general, and especially one that's just. I mean, it's like they have no hope, or I
yeah,
mean, they they just feel like they're not meant to be or whatever. I
yeah,
mean, but when you get there, whenever they kill that smile on that face, it ain't nothing like it.
yeah, yeah,
And I mean, it's just I don't know. It's real heartwarming to me. We have met some beautiful families.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we're still friends with some of them,
sure,
and or most of them. We still communicate, talk. I mean, it's there's nothing like it.
yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
like it.
Well, for me, I think one thing it does is it kind of helps them. I know they can't forget to the degree that their illness goes away, um, but they can come that weekend and just forget
Forget
about
about it.
being sick
Yeah,
and just have a good time. And the places that we try to take them to understand the situation, and they understand what we're trying to do. Um, and so it's super cool to get some of them to even come to the events that we do. And if you don't know, what we do is we do a like an auction every year, a wild game dinner auction, and we raise funds. And we have silent auction, we have live auction, we have where they just silent
raffles.
bid, raffles, all kinds of things. And we raise funds, and we spend all those funds on those kids and taking them on those hunts. And I think honestly, in all the years that we've done it, we've only had one kid that didn't kill something.
One kid. Yeah,
Yeah, and it
and
wasn't because
it wasn't his.
he had an opportunity.
He just didn't want to shoot.
He didn't really want to shoot. He
Yeah,
was kind of scared.
scared. Yeah.
Um,
And we've had some that's so sick. I mean, they've
yeah,
been so sick, but they were troopers,
yeah,
and I mean,
yeah,
they got it done. And I
yeah,
mean, they were just it's just sad to see some of it. But
yeah.
and we've lost three or four.
Three, yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's three
three
that
that
we've
we've lost. And
lost to the cancer and
yeah,
and their illnesses, and that's
some
always
beautiful
sad.
people.
Yeah,
Beautiful people.
yeah. But it's a way for us to really, and this is our goal, blessing the kids, but it allows us the opportunity to be able to show the love of Christ to
That's right.
to other people by us raising the funds. And one things we try to do is we make sure that they're not out anything,
Nothing.
that nothing, no gas, no food, no hotel stay, no nothing. We pay for the taxidermy bill. We get the deer to them. We don't want them to be out anything, but it just enables us to be able to share the love of Jesus with other people, not just verbally, which we do. We talk about that all the time when we're in camp, but it's not just verbally, but it's just physically as well. When you gift somebody like that for no reason, it really just gives us a picture of how Jesus has gifted us with the opportunity for salvation, and it's not for any reason that we've done, because the scripture talks about there's none of us who's good, no, not one.
That's right.
But it's through the grace of God that Jesus came and gave his life so that we could have eternal life. And so we
Amen.
get an opportunity to just share that with people.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
I mean, it's just a bigger blessing, as much a blessing to me as it is to them. I
Ain't
mean,
no doubt.
it's nothing like it. I
Yeah,
mean, it is.
no doubt
I
about it.
mean, I met some amazing people and beautiful kids.
Yep, yep. And we look forward to doing that every year for sure. And I can't remember, like I said, I can't remember what year it's rolled. I know I've been here at the church for 12 years, and I think we started it the year after I got here. So I know it's been 11 years that we've been
That's
doing it. And
about
one
right.
year we didn't do it.
That's right.
We just kind of skipped a year to kind of regain perspective and composure, and so we've done it probably 9 years and taken probably 15 or 16 kids, I guess, maybe.
And if you
So,
have anybody that you know, I mean, that's terminally ill, please let us know.
yeah,
I mean, because I mean, there, a lot of them, it's not easy to find. I mean, the ones that want to go or can go.
yeah,
So, I mean, if you got somebody on your mind, please let us know.
yeah, no doubt about that, because it is difficult to find. Which we've got one buddy of ours that has some cabins, lost cabins, I
Lost
believe it
Cabin,
is, up
that's
in
right.
Missouri, Mark
That's
West.
Arkansas, Petty Jean area.
Arkansas, yeah, Mark West. And every year he does a cancer weekend, and he lets kids with cancer come stay in his cabins, and he helps us get some people, and that's
Yes.
always grateful. He's done a really good job
Yeah.
at doing that, so you guys can check him out for sure. But it gets a little harder to find people, and so anybody that you might have, you can kind of shoot us a message about that, and we'd love to connect with them or whatever. But we try to keep it somewhere around that 9 to 16, 17, or 9 to 18. Um, it's always better if they're below 18, because
Yeah.
it's just cheaper for everything to happen. But we just want it to be a kid basically. But it's hard when you get below 9, unless the child comes from a really good hunting family and they
Yeah.
can handle a firearm good. But when you get below 9, it
It
makes it
makes
a
it
little bit
tough.
more difficult to
It's
handle
tough.
the firearms or bows or whatever we do. So anyway, so good stuff. Well, Frederick, I appreciate you hanging out with me a little bit tonight
I
after
enjoyed it.
church. Everybody left and we just kind of chilling.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I
But it's,
enjoyed it.
yeah, good conversation. We finally made it happen, and appreciate you guys watching, always tuning in, and certainly pray that you will like, subscribe, share the podcast with all of your buddies and your friends, and help keep that thing moving along. So, anyway, appreciate you guys listening and watching, however you consumed it tonight. But God bless you, and we will see you on the next one.